So, Kiko, according to you, less is better, huh? I'll be the judge of that. Let's go and have a look. Hey everyone, benvenuto, Brunel here. Welcome to my channel. Like, subscribe, get involved and all that stuff. Now that's the promotion out the way. Anyway, so Kiko, I've got a new product line in store. They are called the Less is Better range, which basically celebrates the no makeup look. And they have got a selection of, they've got a foundation, but don't bother unless you're very, very fair. And even if you are white, you will have to be very, very fair. They've only got 2 shades, and this for the no makeup look. And then the next one, they've got 2 blushes, cream blushes, that you can have. I didn't buy the blushes. I missed out on that, really. I forgot to. I just went in store and got whatever I needed. And then they've also got the eye palette, which comes at £11.90. The foundation as well is £11.90. The blusher is £8.90. I'm just looking here on the website. The eyeshadow palette is basically, a palette of nude, but you can smoke it out, which is what I've used, the whole palette itself. I didn't have to dip in anywhere to use any other colors. And on top of that as well, they've also got basically a lipstick or liner that you can use. They also have 4 shades of matte lipsticks as well, which is, I'm wearing one of them here. And I've also got a cleansing sponge, which I will talk to you about in a moment. Now, Kiko itself is going for a celebration of 20 years of makeup, and what they're doing as part of that celebration is on a monthly basis they will have different products lined that they will do for 6 months. I think they might have started in January, but don't quote me on that. So really the range that they're doing at the moment really is limited. They might change their mind later on if it becomes a super popular, but for the time being it really is limited for each month. So if you have got anything that you're interested in, that you see here, that you like and you want to buy, please go ahead and buy it, because it's not going to be there most likely. So they're celebrating 20 years. This range here, as I said, is the less is more. It's supposed to be able to, the foundation is supposed to be sheer enough to make it look as if you're not wearing anything at all. I couldn't do that. I had to use my own foundation. Watch the video and you know which one it is. Now, quickly talk about the sponge itself. What can I say about the sponge? It actually comes in this packaging. If I turn it sideways, you'll be able to see better. And basically, this is the sponge. It comes as a wet sponge. It feels wet now. And it's very, very kind of soft and sort of slippery. However, when you use this, if it retails at £5.90, I'd say go ahead and buy it. I'm not going to do a different video on this. I'm just going to talk about it quickly. Go and buy it. What it does is it basically exfoliates for you, but gently. If you're the kind of person who doesn't like exfoliants with textured exfoliants, this is really good for you. If you have kind of sensitive skin, I would probably say this is also good for you. If you have kind of like dry patches on your skin that you want to work on, but you don't want anything too harsh, again, this would really work for you. The only thing is, if you want this to be effective, don't be gentle with it. I know I've just said you've got sensitive skin, but it's so super soft that if you are gentle with it, you are not going to feel the effect of it at all. I tried that one. There was nothing. I really would have just picked it up and gone, nah. But if you actually put a bit of work into it, a bit of effort, and really rub it in circular motions, what it does is you don't need to, the first time you get it, you don't need to wet the sponge because it comes in, as I said, already wet. You just literally get all your makeup off. Because it's pink, I don't want it to get discolored and it looks filthy. So get all your makeup off, clean that up, wash your face with some kind of cleanser or something, and then use this as a last thing to be able to exfoliate and get rid of any dead skin. And believe you me, it does work if you put the work in. It really does make your face feel smooth, but it is not a smooth that's kind of like baby soft. Don't get confused. It's a smooth that kind of tells you that you've got dead layers of skin which have come off, but they're not, it's not super soft. So obviously, once you moisturize, you can really tell the difference. So definitely, I would say hands down, get yourself one of these if you're that way inclined. But after that, let's now move on to the tutorial and see how I managed to get this makeup look. Thank you for watching. All right, so the face has already been, I've got primed. I use MAC Matte. I've already done a review on that primer. And I also use the Elegant Orange Corrector. And the foundation I used this time round is this one, which I've also done a review on from Guerlain, which is Lingerie de Peau, which I know looks completely different to my skin, but it blends in and becomes one with your skin. You can see that there's no demarcation whatsoever. Look at that. Blends in. So that's what I do like about the foundation. However, as per my review, I've got very oily skin. I'm actually wearing this foundation just particularly for this look anyway, because in general, for an oily person, you're going to have to blot. If you have got normal skin or you like super light foundation, it is lovely. Really, honestly, I'd recommend it. It retails about £38, but you could probably get it cheaper for about £34. So that's the foundation out of the way, and I've used that. There's a reason why I'm talking about that foundation despite the fact that you didn't come here for that, and that is because as part of the range that Kiko has produced, which is the Less is Better range, they start off with a foundation. Now, I hope you can see this, but this is, you can see the reflection of the ring light there. Sorry about that. Oh, no, it's gone. I'm such a scatterbrain. So sorry about the reflection of the ring light, but you can see these only two shades. That one, and then that's the darker shade. Not a chance in hell of my being able to wear that. No way. Not whatsoever. Not unless I'm a very, very confused and lost black woman. Then in that case, I need to go and see a therapist. But other than that, not. It doesn't match at all. However, the whole purpose of the foundation and with the whole range is that everything was meant to go and look nude. It's meant to be super light, as if you're not wearing a foundation or you're not wearing makeup. And that's what the whole collaboration, the whole range of those products is about. So that's why I decided to wear Lingerie de Peau, because it's so super light, blends into your skin, becomes one of your skin, as you can see here. No, I literally went underneath my neck here, and you can see there is no difference actually. Well, I don't think there is, not one enough for you to be able to say, oh, look at the difference. That's why I've used that. Super light. Now, moving on to doing the actual makeup itself. Let's just go with MAC's Pro Longwear. This is a soft ochre, and I'm just going to apply that all over my eyelid. I actually do like this. It's a lot with regards to the comparison between this and the one from the nearest one I could think of is from NYX, which I've used and I still have. NYX is a bit heavier, a bit thicker. This one is much, much lighter. Really, really blends into the skin. Super easy to use it when and it doesn't seep through when you're applying your colors, unlike the one from Urban Decay. Yes, not a fan of it. This one dries up pretty darn quick as well, and it's super light. And I like using my fingers because to have a bit of warmth for my fingers, I can then it helps me spread the product all over my lid. And now that's done, let's move on to the next one. And the first color I'm going to go for is this one in the middle here, which is more flesh toned, and I'm just going to use that. Now, actually, there isn't too much of a fallout, so you can actually do it. What I do normally, which is put foundation on first. And what I do is when I get around to using concealer, I then use that to clean off underneath the eyes and so on. But as you can see, not too much fallout. Sorry if I'm sniveling. I've been unwell. Oh, dear me. But yeah, we're just going to apply that all over the top end of the lid. So you can see it's actually quite pigmented. See the difference? I like the last collection I did reviewed from Kiko, which was, I think, was a double collection. It was just no, that one was just awful, really, to be honest. I'm sorry to have to say. So I'm just using light circular motions, just around, taking it as high up as I can. I don't do highlighting on these areas. I really don't. I don't like doing it. Maybe one day, but for now, I don't like it. Anyway, I'm just spreading the color through and mixing that in. Next, we're going to go into this one here at the bottom. They don't have any color names, but that's the one I'm going to use. And I'm just going to bring a little bit of warmth and a touch of color to... I'm going to concentrate it on just lightly above my crease, because I want that to warm up that area and come up a bit and show up a bit. So I'm just doing these motions. You know, you guys know I'm just rubbish at describing things. You can see what I'm doing, honestly. Next, and the final one of the matte shade, and that's going to be this one here, which is the darkest shade, which is the dark brown, and that one here. And I'm going to use that, actually, to be honest, just to let you know, this is matte, and so are these ones. So the only ones which are shimmery are these ones in the middle. So using the brown, and again, I can see not too much fallout, manageable, unlike last time. Just pushing that through and just getting rid of any excess. And I'm just going to concentrate that on this area, the outer edge of the eye, and just bring it slowly through. I'm just doing small circular motions, mixing that through, taking it slightly above, because I want to smoke that area out, similar to this side area. You can see, and just going to carry on mixing. And then I'm also going to bring it slightly forward, around about halfway of across my eye. So I'm just dabbing it in. It's not the most super pigmented, but it's a lot better than the last, as I said, the last duo, the last collection that they had. So just bringing that through. Next, using the same shade, I'm going to take that and just using the same brush, which is slightly pointed, as you can see, and just that edge, that area, and just bring it underneath the eye to give it the smoky effect. Alrighty, and then the next color is this one in the middle, right here. And I was going to take the wrong one, wasn't I? That's great. And that's the shimmery one. And I am going to paste that down and just apply that, starting from the inner corner. Just dab it onto my eyelid. Not bad, huh? I might actually help intensify by using some kind of liquid or mixing solution. Let's see if that makes any difference. I've used this side, and as you can see, I've not used any liquid at all, but you can see it's fairly highly pigmented. But you might need to actually get a few, you know, a few goes at it in order for it to be really intense. That's more like it. And I'm just going to drag that through nut motion to make it look a bit more seamless and blend it in together. So it's not too sharp where you can see just one whole harsh color stopping. So it's gradual. Okay, so colors in, and now we're just going to use this brush just lightly, just to help blend it in a bit more. Very, very light. Okay, so all blended in, and what I'm going to do now is, I was trying to look at the color, just go back to the brown that was in the middle using a smudger brush. And the one I've got here is from Zohiva. You guys have known I've used that before. I'm just going to tap that in and then just help smudge the under eye and soften the under eye so it doesn't look too harsh with the brown. And I'm mostly just smudging this inner corner rather than the outer edge. I want that to be more smoky. So that is what I am doing. Okay, that's all done now. So what I'm going to do is now just go and finish off my face. I'm going to put some false eyelashes on, eyeliner, and a bit of a blush. And then I'll show you the finished look and give you my impression of it and what I think of the items I've got so far that I've used. And the eyelashes I'm going to pop on these, well, the packaging, things have gone pear-shaped. These are the... No, I've got Allure here, wrong ones. These ones, that's it. They're still from Allure. They're the Dimensional number 119, 3D. I hope you can see that. And yeah, they're doubles. Lovely, actually. They're really, really nice, really thick eyelashes. So I'm going to use those. I can't remember the price, about £5 or £6. And those are the eyelashes. So I will be back. Right, so we're nearly done. All that's left now is the lippy. Hopefully this turns out okay. Oh God, okay. Ready, steady, here we go. Very nude, very, very nude. And there you have it. This is the lip color. And me thinks me need a lip liner. Yeah, back in a mo. I used my lip pencil. This is nice and cheap from Primark. And I think it is number 16 lip liner. And just give you a close up. Look at that. Went a bit mad with a highlighter. Boom. Okay, so let's talk about the products themselves. Let's start off with the lippy. This will show in every crack that you have. You really ought to exfoliate your lips and maybe moisturize them beforehand. It dries out super quick. Within a minute, it is dry. It is non-sticky. Non-sticky at all. And it is super dry, non-transferable. It doesn't go anywhere whatsoever. Look, nothing there, nothing at all. So if you want a lipstick or lip color or lip tint that really covers your lips, is super pigmented, that's the word I was looking for. It's very pigmented, doesn't take a whole lot of swipes to go back and forth. No, none of that. And you want one that doesn't transfer anywhere where you're going to be drinking and it sticks on, you know, it stays there. This is it. However, as I said, if you have cracks, it will emphasize and show them. Let me come a bit closer so you can see what I'm talking about. Sorry, but I have to show you. You see? It shows all the lines. So you have to be mindful of that. Also, when you look online, it is a bit more deceptive, the colors. When I saw them online, this color was the darkest one, number 4, and it looked like a dark brown. You can see here, that's not a dark brown, but it is nude, which is the whole theme of the whole range itself anyway. So would I buy this? I think I would actually. I'm going to try the other shades, maybe 1 or 2 more. But certainly there are 4 of them in total, 4 shades. But one of them is just not right. Forget it. I might be able to play about with the shades and maybe have one as on the inner part of my lips and then use that instead of like an ombre effect. That might work. But yeah, that's about that. And what else? Let's talk about the actual eye palette itself now. Right, so there's the eye palette. Now I'm just going to give you a swatch of maybe try this color that I didn't actually play with. This should probably be and you can use that on the inner corner. You can see there. And there's this one as well. Let's try that one just to give you some swatches. And final color. Final color. Final what? I didn't swear. Honestly, I didn't swear. It's the beginning of color, but it stopped somewhere and it sounded like a rude word. I'm sorry. Not that I mind swearing anyway, but that wasn't my intention. So let's try this color instead as well, the darker shade. Now that one is not more prominent. That's the one that doesn't show quite well. So what I would say about this palette is, in comparison to the other palette I reviewed before, and I think it was the duo ones, this one is more pigmented. However, it is still not as pigmented as I would like it to be. Like some other palette, for example, the one that I recently reviewed, which was the Urban Decay palette, that one's way off. But if you actually do several coats, then you can get more color payoff. And there you go. So you can see. So that's that one, that's that shade there. So you can get a bit more color payoff, but I wish it was a lot more pigmented. It is £11.90. You do really have to make up. This time I'm going to leave it to you to make up your own mind as to whether you want to go for this or not. I do like the fact that with this particular palette, I can actually use the colors in here and just this palette. I didn't have to go anywhere else because I've got these transition colors here and this one, and perhaps that one, if I was, if you're slightly lighter skin, you can use that as well. So that is a plus for it. And the price is not high at all, to be honest, for 9 different shades, but I do wish they were a lot more pigmented. You do have to actually go for several coats and pack it on the eyelid in order to get the color payoff. So that's my you know, that's my opinion of it. I really am not too sure about buying the palette itself, to be honest, because I've got others which are much more pigmented and a nude as well. But definitely the lip one, absolutely, definitely worth buying. So that's the conclusion. This is eye look, and love you and see you soon. Bye.